Welcome to WEFTEC Now. I'm Travis Loop with the Water Environment Federation, here with Jake Burwell with the TRA Cruisers of Trinity River Authority in Dallas, part of the Ops Challenge contest. What is Ops Challenge?
Ops Challenge is a competition that came about to test operators on their ability to perform their tasks. There's 5 events. You've got a process scenario that teaches your knowledge on how to operate a plant. A laboratory tests your ability to be able to test the water, wastewater. Then there's a safety event, which simulates you're rescuing somebody and performing some maintenance tasks in a real live type confined space scenario.
Okay.
The maintenance event, rebuilding a pump and putting it back into service. And then the collection event, you're simulating that something's gone wrong in the collection system and you have to repair a live pressurized pipe.
Okay, and then all these are like scored based on how well you do, how fast you do things. There's kind of like a combination of factors.
Yeah, the process is scored based on how many answers you obviously get right. And that's how those points come about. And then the rest of them are strictly a time base. So it's the fastest you can do it with the fewest amount of penalties.
Okay.
Some of them have got a lot of penalties.
And you've got teams from all around the country and now more from around the world that participate in this, huh?
Yeah, this year we have Denmark with us. We've had Argentina in the past, Colombia. It's becoming a pretty big deal.
Yeah, bigger and bigger every year.
Yeah.
So how many years have you been doing it?
Since 2004.
2004.
I was a coach in 2004 and I stepped on the team in 2005 as a competitor.
What's it like coming here and being part of this challenge?
It's exciting.
Yeah.
It's stressful. You know, the camaraderie you have with your friends that you develop across the country and now internationally and so forth, it's really good for the development of operators and you know, the quality of water out there. Water is life.
So how do you guys go about doing that, getting ready for the contest, you know?
We try and train as much as we can, but yet still do our normal daily jobs.
Of course.
Hit a couple days a week, you know, a couple months out, and then just before it's time to start, we will do like a 2-a-day type thing.
Okay.
For a solid week ahead of time. Yeah. And still try and do our normal jobs. It gets tough at times to do that, but it's a balancing act that we give it our all.
Yeah, you know? and your management and everything is all supportive of you guys doing
a team
this.
would not be as successful as the Cruisers have been without the level of management support. And over the years I've been doing it, I've seen a lot more management start getting more involved and more supportive of their guys.
So what were some of the things that you guys did to prepare to come to WEF and do the Operations Challenge?
We started training towards the end of last year, and we tried to get together once every other week towards the beginning of practice and go over everything we could because it was totally new to us. We didn't know what we were getting into. And I have to give a shout out to Rocky Mountain Water Association. We used their website a lot, and it was very helpful. And then as we got closer to the event, we tried to amp up the amount of time we would practice. We would usually do 3 or 4 hours every day that we practice every other week, and as we got closer we tried to do weekly practices.
What were some of the things that you guys did to prepare for the event before you came here?
We actually drove. We don't have this equipment at our shop, and we're a team from different parts of the state, so we actually had to drive to Connecticut and Rhode Island to get the equipment that we needed to practice, and we actually were not able to practice on the pump one, so we were essentially winging it on this one.
How well do you think that the Ops Challenge kind of reflects the things you guys do on a daily basis at your utility?
A lot.
Yeah?
A lot. You know, it's, I'll give you an example of our structure on our team. We have, on our team, we have a solids operator, a maintenance guy, actually 2 maintenance guys on our team, and then inspection and the installation side of it. And so we take all of those facets of what we do, and we experience a little touch of that on all the events and so forth. You know, me, I'm on the installation side of it, and what it benefits for me is getting to know the new types of equipment, the process test. It helps me learn more on how the plant functions, which then in turn helps me make sure that things are installed right from contractors and so forth. And that way it betters for what the operators have to deal with, what the maintenance guys have to deal with, and it helps development in your for your licensing, continuing education. I wouldn't know what I know about water and wastewater if it wasn't for Ops Challenge.
So what are some of the things that this event does to help you back at home in the workplace?
Well, I'm a manager, so it doesn't do much. No. No, it helps me to understand exactly what these guys go through on a daily basis. Gives me a better idea of the precision, the time it takes for them to do their task, complete their work. So it's been actually a great learning experience for me to have a chance to be in their shoes on a daily basis.
The boss is here looking at everything now, right?
That's right.
I would say it's probably really important. I mean, hopefully none of us ever has to rescue somebody from a manhole, but that training has helped us prepare and that's invaluable. Hopefully we never have to use it.
So you all won Ops Challenge last year.
Yes.
What's it like winning with this many teams from so many great utilities, right? There's like
When you train the way we do, as well as the other teams, so forth, and you reach that pinnacle, it brings a tear to my eye every time. It's just an enlightenment of accomplishment, the recognition, even the celebration from our fellow competitors coming to us and congratulating you. So it's very exciting.
Yeah,
very exciting.
I mean, because the work that you all do all the time, I mean, you have really talented people, right? You got really talented guys, really talented teams, great utilities out there.
Yes.
So that feeds that competition, but then it makes it feel really great when you get to come out on top of that,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
What about, there might be guys out there, girls out there, doing this type of work, and they might think, oh, that'd be fun to come do. How would you recommend they start, putting together a team for Ops Challenge?
Go to their management, talk to them, say, hey, look at how this can develop our growth as an operator or a maintenance guy or the installer. Look at what it's doing for all of these people, and it would do nothing but benefit, as well as the inner workings of the Operation Challenge. You get to meet and talk to people that may have already experienced something. Say that you're going to have something installed pretty soon, but you're not familiar with it. Somebody else that's sitting out there on the floor may already know about it, and you can meet them and talk to them and learn about it, and give you a track ahead of what you're in for, because it's wastewater is constantly developing, for the betterment to improve the quality of water and the treatment and so on and so forth.
Sure.
So that would be my recommendation on starting up.
Now I know that there's some newer teams over the years, this year, that teams like you and other teams kind of sometimes help mentor and show them how this goes and how it works. Could you talk about how you've done that a little bit?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, this year it was pretty intense on our practice. We've actually gone and we trained with other teams that came to our facility where we have all the equipment, a mock-up of what exactly happens here. And we all bounce off of each other on how, what this does for us, and then, how can you speed up on this, and all of that, and then and then we help the other teams that don't have the financial ability to have all the equipment. We came in a little early this year and helped train New Orleans, the Denmark team, just to give them pointers on what they're in for when they come into it, so they can make a good show.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's good stuff. I guess kind of last question. What would you want the broader water sector, but especially the public even, to know about operators and all the guys that are at these plants and facilities and working every day?
The public as a whole is really not as familiar with how much infrastructure there actually is out there. Heck, I didn't know until I started into the industry over 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And these operators do a lot of work just to make sure that the public is safe and the water supply is healthy and so forth.
Sure, and I think you made a couple great points. So much of the water infrastructure is hidden, right? Public doesn't really see it unless they might drive by that plant, but so much is hidden. And then, by that, your guys' work, your girls' work, whoever, it's hidden also, right? Like, they don't really see you out there, but you are on the front lines of protecting public health and keeping clean water in our rivers and lakes and all that.
Right.
So, yeah. Well, Jake, I really appreciate you coming by and talking, and good luck in Ops Challenge this year.
All right, I appreciate it.
Thank you all for watching. For more interviews, visit weftec.org/now.